This is Lego Steve, and he just spawned into an empty Lego Minecraft world. But that's about to change, because we're using over 5,000 Lego pieces to build him a massive world, packed with biomes, structures, and even the nether in the end, all within these 16 base plates. And after placing over 10 different orders for Lego, all 5,000 pieces are finally at my front door, which means we can start work on building the first biome, the flower forest. We're gonna need a lot of green Lego plates for the grass blocks. Let's grab some brown bricks to use for dirt, so we can plot out the area for the first biome. We'll add some pieces in the middle for support, and now we can toss the grass on top. But it's still looking a little flat, so let's add a few more layers of grass blocks to it. I built a bunch of trees to fill in the area and for Steve to punch. I even made these custom birch trees, which look a lot more accurate than the Lego ones. There are 12 different flowers that spawn in this biome, so let's add in a few varieties. The biome is looking really nice, and the only other thing we need to add in are the mobs, which I have quite a few of. Let's place down some cows, sheep, pigs, and a few bees. With the first biome filled out, let's spawn Steve into his new Minecraft world and start his journey to defeat the Ender Dragon. And thanks to everyone who submitted quests for Steve to do throughout the video. Like the first one, chopping down a couple trees to make a crafting table and some wooden tools.
This is a crafting table.
Now we can get to work collecting dirt and uncovering one of those massive coal veins you find in-game. With all that material collected, it's time to upgrade his gear to deforest the rest of the land and begin killing every animal in sight. Even the chicken. Next thing to do is obviously build a dirt house to survive the first night, which of course has some random wood planks and cobble mixed in. Let's add in a crafting table, furnace, chest, and a bed. The last step is to place some torches around the house before the night arrives. Now Steve can safely sleep away the first night in his dirt house. The sun kills most of the mobs the next morning, except for the creeper. Also, please subscribe to keep Steve alive, because this graph is slowly poisoning him. Let's build the desert biome next, so Steve has another area to explore. And to fill out this area with sand, we're gonna need a ton of tanned bricks. I purposely left this hole in the middle so we can add a desert temple on top, which ended up looking pretty close to the one in-game. I even made the top half of the roof removable for easy access inside the temple. Let's add in a couple cactuses and a few dead bushes, as well as a camel and a couple husks. The two completed biomes look really cool next to each other. Now Steve can make his way over to the desert and kill the husks along the way. After entering the temple, he falls down the hole and luckily barely misses the pressure plate. Unlike when I first played the game. After raiding the chests, he comes out with a golden apple, TNT, and enough diamonds to craft a diamond sword. In this area here, let's build the mushroom fields, which is one of the rarest biomes in Minecraft. We'll use gray pieces for the mycelium dirt blocks that cover the island. I'll place down some brown mushrooms that spawn naturally here, as well as a huge brown mushroom. And of course, we can't forget to build a huge red mushroom. I added in some white dots to recreate the texture of the mushroom, and now we can add it to the island.
Big old red ones.
The final touch is to spawn in a couple mushrooms to fully complete the biome. For this area in the front, let's build a large plains biome. With all that space, I want to build a village for Steve to raid. Explore. The first building I want to make is a blacksmith's house. I'm going to use these custom cobblestone blocks to give the building some texture. At the front of the house, there's a grindstone and a couple furnaces, as well as some lava. And inside is a small seating area and a chest. Then I built a detachable roof to place on top, which completes the building. I also want to build one of those basic houses you can find in the village. Honestly, I think it looks pretty close to the real thing. And inside is a yellow bed and a chest. Then I laid down a pathway that runs through the village and built a small farm in the back of the blacksmith's house. Let's also add a fenced area to hold some animals. Now we can add in villagers to populate the completed village, as well as an iron golem to protect them from the dangers that can spawn at any moment, like an illager raid. Steve takes a boat to the mushroom fields, but there's really not much to do there. Then he makes his way to the plains and finds a village. Steve immediately raids the blacksmith house and comes out with some solid armor. And while I was filming this video, a couple new Minecraft movie sets came out. Let's see what figures we can get from the sets. All right, let's see if we can find... Yo, I think that's him. That's Steve.
I am Steve.
I'll be honest, I think I prefer the regular Steve more. Yo, but the zombie that's included, that thing is cursed. The next biome I want to build is the swamp. I'll use this dark green color for the majority of the grass, which tends to be darker in the swamp biome. I built some small areas of land surrounded by water and then placed down a few trees with vines on them, as well as lily pads in the water. Let's also add in some red mushrooms. In the swamp you can sometimes find a witch's hut, so let's build one and place it at the front. Now all that's left is to place down the mobs that spawn here like frogs and slime. And this big slime here cost me $200. With the swamp finished, our Lego Minecraft world is looking sweet. Behind the swamp, let's build a jungle biome. We'll use these two colors for the jungle floor, with the bright green for the grass and the dark orange for the podzol. Now we can lay out the perimeter of the jungle and fill it out with grass and podzol. In the middle, I'm going to build a giant jungle tree with cocoa beans and vines hanging down, and then I'll add a couple smaller jungle trees. Next, I made some bamboo and placed down a bunch to create a small bamboo forest, and then I added some grass and leaf blocks to fill out the rest of the jungle. Now we just need to add the animals and mobs like this panda family, a couple ocelots, a parrot, a few pigs, and a drowned with a trident, which are incredibly annoying. Directly behind the jungle, I'm going to build a taiga biome and a savanna biome. After building the base, we can add the two grass colors for each biome. I made a couple acacia trees and placed them down. Then I added in a couple armadillos, a couple horses, and a flock of chickens. For the taiga biome, I made 4 different spruce trees to add in, and also placed down some sweetberry bushes, a couple wolves, and a couple foxes. Now that the taiga and savanna biomes are finished, Steve is left with a much bigger world to explore. Now Steve can take his boat upriver and head into the jungle, where he immediately tames a cat to keep creepers from blowing him up. Then he makes his way into the taiga biome to also tame a wolf for himself. Steve clears some trees so he can build his base, which is made up of a couple different types of wood and some stone slabs. Inside the house, there's plenty of room to add in all the necessary workstations. There's an entire wall of chests, a bed, multiple furnaces, and even an enchanting table with bookshelves around it. Then I built a roof to go on top with a chimney that has smoke coming out from the campfire below. And on the outside corner of the house, Steve has dyed a bunch of sheep with 10 different colors, which is all that Lego has made so far. The overworld is really starting to fill out now, and with the base complete, it's time to build a nether portal so Steve can explore a new dimension. So let's build the nether next. We're gonna need a lot of dark red, and I mean a lot. I built a large area for the nether since there are multiple biomes that exist there. I'm gonna make the nether wastelands and the crimson and warped forest. I'll place down some warped and crimson fungi, and then use these dark turquoise pieces to create a couple huge warped fungi. I'll also build a couple huge crimson fungi to place down. Now we can spawn in a bunch of different mobs that are found throughout the nether. I'll add in some netherite gold ore, quartz ore, and a couple glowstone, and some ancient debris. We're missing a nether fortress, so let's use these red bricks to build up a couple big pillars. On top of the pillars, I built a bridge, and at the end there's gonna be an area for a blaze spawn. I'll place it down and spawn in a couple blazes. I'll also add 2 wither skeletons at the other end of the bridge. With the nether finished, Steve can jump into the nether portal and spawn in. He immediately mines the ancient debris and then builds a cobble pillar up to the top of the nether fortress. He easily takes out the wither skeletons and spawn camps the blazes to collect blaze rods for some eyes of ender. There's only a few base plates left to build on, so let's make the Badlands biome next. We'll need a few different colors to create the pillars. I used dark orange for the sand in the Badlands, and then constructed a couple of pillars with different layers of color. Next to the Badlands, I'll build an ice spikes biome. I built the base entirely out of white for the snow blocks, and then I'll use these lighter blue bricks for the actual ice spikes. Now it's time to fill out the biomes with mobs. I added a chicken jockey, spider, and creeper to the Badlands. And in the ice spikes, I added a couple polar bears, strays, and a killer rabbit. And right in the back, I'm gonna build a snowy mountain biome. It ended up taking over an hour to build the entire thing, but the finished mountain looks awesome. I even added a waterfall coming out of the side to feed into the river. I built the mountain so that the top half can be removed, and we can use the empty space inside to build an end port. That way Steve can travel there and defeat the Ender Dragon. Let's build the end, the last remaining dimension. This is all the space we have left, so let's use the last of my tan bricks to build the end island and the exit portal. I also built a few end spikes and placed them down. And now the end is ready for Steve to travel to. But before heading there, Steve crafts full netherite armor and fully enchants it. Once he finds a stronghold location directly below the mountain, he digs straight down, which you should never do in Minecraft. But luckily, he falls straight into the end portal room. He places down the last 2 eyes of Ender, and now the end portal is open. Steve spawns into the end and immediately takes out the end crystals. With the Ender Dragon defeated, the exit portal opens up and Steve hops through. The final LEGO Minecraft world turned out looking even better than I had hoped. And if this video gets at least 50,000 likes, I'll build every single biome in Minecraft out of LEGO. So let me know if you'd want to see that. Thanks for watching, and stay awesome.